Yeah. Like I go. Oh, yeah. I've learned so much.
Yeah.
And so you like, you know, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We call the April 15th meeting, Lockett City Council, order. Please rise for a moment, followed by the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, roll call, please.
Councilmember Alexander.
Here.
Councilmember Brandon. Here. Councilmember Brinker.
Here.
Councilmember Conklin.
Here.
Councilmember Missouri. Here. Councilmember Stevenson. Mayor Long.
Here. Approval of the minutes from the April 1st, 2024 regular meeting. Have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any further discussion, questions, comments? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
Yes.
Councilmember Conklin.
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. Public comments and requests, comments from residents or city taxpayers. Anyone have any? Okay, so on. 4B,
Wait.
amendment. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
What's
sorry.
that?
So, I just had a quick comment, regarding a water leak in Castanea, so I didn't know, is this the time to speak
It would
about
be,
that?
it's not on the agenda, go ahead.
Okay, great, thank you. So I'm Brady Carnahan, I am a city taxpayer, just a heads up, but I live on Mackey Avenue in Castanea, and we have been experiencing a water leak there for a period of time now. And it's getting much more severe. Within the last couple of weeks, we have, so I own 3 homes in a 1 block area there. 2 of those homes have significant water in the basement. That water was actually tested and it came back with fluoride in it. So we know that it's not a spring, it's not groundwater, that sort of thing. So I also understand that Castanea Township had sent a letter to City Council last week. So I was just curious, you know, if there's a time frame of when we can get someone to check that out, and then also if there was a time frame of, you know, repair time, basically, because we have water. I was there today, which I brought photos. I mean, there's a stream running down Mackey Avenue in Castanea, so I was just hopeful that we could discuss that and get that squared away, please.
It can't be squared away until we find the actual leak. And the water crews have been over doing leak detection, but have not figured out exactly its source yet. And so they will continue to look for that. That is 221 and 222 are addresses that were in the letter from Castanea Township.
Okay.
So they are on our radar.
Okay, right, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
I'd like to, speak on the matter that you just brought up. I happen to live in, I'm a Castanea resident also. I live on the corner of Mackey and West Keller Street. I moved in 2017, I put a new home in there. And in the last couple of years, they've done a lot of work on the water line there. So I've noticed in the past few months, exactly where that water is coming from. I went to mow my grass yesterday, and about 5 feet off of Mackey Avenue, because I live on the corner of West Keller Street and Mackey, where my house is. So, I was out mowing my grass yesterday, and where my back door is, I have this concrete slab that goes to my steps. And about 5 feet off, where the water line runs right down through, it's all dry. But when you get to where that step is and goes into my house, about 5 feet away from there down, it's just, I couldn't even mow my grass. My lawnmower just had, you can plainly see the water.
Can you state your name and your address for our record, please?
Yeah, mine's 14 West Keller Street.
And your
It's
name?
actually on the corner of West Keller and Mackey Avenue. So that water is actually running, it's running down. You can plainly see it coming out of the ground. Right where the water line is down through, but about where my concrete goes into my back step, right off of it, you can see it, it's
And
just
your
nothing
name, your
but
name
a
is,
swamp.
sir? Your name, sir?
Oh, Tim Fulger. Tim Fulger, Fulger.
Thank you.
That's all I have to say. If someone would come over, they'd plainly see it.
Thank you very much for bringing the information. Thank you.
Am I allowed to go now?
You can leave anytime.
Push the green button.
Thank you.
Yep. Press the green button there in the wall before you go out. It'll let the door open. Now, you now move over. As soon as you press the go, open the door.
Oh,
You're good, go.
All right, anyone else? Okay. 4B, amendment to the downtown Lock Haven request.
Downtown Lock Haven Inc. Would like to amend their request made on April 1st, for their final Fridays. They're asking for permission to extend their final Friday street closure to Mill Street, which would follow the parade route. They're still in talk with the businesses to see, how involved those businesses on that last block would be for the final Fridays, but we need to get the PennDOT application in. So if they were to pursue having the rest of that closed, we need to get the PennDOT application in regardless. So they can always take away,
Right.
but, so it would be the
That's
same.
For the approval that they may not use.
Right. It would be the same as if there was a parade closure, so it doesn't disturb traffic as much, but.
Do I have a motion?
I'll second.
Motion on the floor to second. Any discussion? Comments, questions?
Casey, when you say they're working with the downtown businesses, so they're working with people that are at the other end of the street
Yeah.
trying to get,
Because, some of the businesses, like further on, I guess we're asking like why the street closures always ends at Vesper.
yeah,
And so if they get more participation for the rest of that block, they would like to get as many businesses as
Yeah,
they can
that'd be great.
participate.
I think people will, terrific, thank you.
Any other questions or comments?
Yeah, just an observation because I see the amount of traffic that pulls in and out of the dollar store on a regular basis, they may have issue with it. And if I were them, I would have issue with it, but that's just to make sure it's on the radar of downtown, to make sure they're talking specifically to the dollar store, because that could be an issue.
Any other questions or comments? Call for the vote?
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
Yes.
Councilmember Conklin.
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri.
Yes,
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. 4C, Keystone Central and Commonwealth University Joint Homecoming Parade.
This is the annual request from Keystone School District and CU Lock Haven for their homecoming parade, which will be on Thursday, September 26th. So they are asking for their parade route from Henderson to Main Street and continuing on to West Main Street. And I can coordinate with them with the fire police and our police department as well.
Do I have a
I move approval.
I'll second it.
motion on the floor in a second? Questions or comments on the motion? Call for the vote?
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
Yes.
Councilmember Conklin.
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri.
Yes,
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. 4D, use of Triangle Park for the World Tai Chi Day event.
Rose Reader and a few of her friends are requesting as individuals to use the Triangle Park on April 27th from 9:30 to 12 for a Tai Chi demonstration with her friends who also participate in recognition of World Tai Chi Day.
Any
And-
other
Yeah, and it would be an informal gathering just to, do Tai Chi in the park together.
Do I have a motion?
No.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
And a second. Any further questions, comments?
I just want, Rose, is it open to anybody that wants to come over? It's, do you
Oh,
have
we're not
to?
advertising it, but we always welcome
All
anybody.
right, and you don't have to know how to do this?
No.
Okay, terrific. All right.
Any further questions? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
Yes.
Councilmember Conklin.
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. 4E, use of Triangle Park for installation of a May Day pole.
Ali DiCostanzo of Two Maidens LLC is requesting the installation of a May Day pole in Triangle Park for the month of May to signify the coming of summer and end of spring. The pole will be affixed with ribbons in various colors in tradition with the historic ceremonies. She is here if you have any questions regarding that. And then I'll also make sure it's coordinated with, we have the flags of honor at the end of the month, so I'll make sure any of those installations would coincide, so.
Anybody have any questions? Or would you like to say anything?
I think you pretty much covered it, but, basically, yeah, it's just a big pole that's gonna stick out of the ground, gonna be covered with greenery and ribbons, and it's signifying fertility, coming of summer, and hopefully next year, we wanna start actually starting a May Day celebration as well, but this is our first step.
Okay. What's the wish of council?
I'll move. I'll second.
Motion floor and a second. Further questions?
Yeah, so you have the, I'm sorry, yeah, I didn't put my hand up earlier. So you're gonna talk to the group that does the flags of honor, so that the day of their installation, this installation will be down.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
coordinate all that.
Very good. Okay.
Anything else? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
Yes.
Councilmember Conklin.
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. 4F, use of the amphitheater for the spring regatta.
The Lock Haven Regatta Foundation is requesting the use of the amphitheater May 11th and 12th for their boat races. It's using the power supply there. It's not quite as large as the Labor Day, so they won't need the road closed, and they will be sending us their letter of insurance as well.
What's the wish of council?
I move approval.
I second.
Motion to the floor and a second. Any questions or comments on the motion? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
Yes.
Councilmember Conklin.
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. 4G, Commonwealth University Lock Haven Band banner.
This is for the installation of a banner, that it will go up either tomorrow or Wednesday. PennDOT is aware that this would be coming in, would be a quick turnaround. But this is for the Lock Haven's President's Concert.
What's the wish of council?
Approval of the bill.
I second.
We have a second as well. You can determine who. Any questions or comments on the motion? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
Yes.
Councilmember Conklin. Councilmember Missouri.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. Do we have any other requests?
Casey, can other people use the agenda?
I'm all done.
Okay. All right. Unfinished business. 5A, consideration of ordinance number 2024-01.
This is second reading of an ordinance that reassigns the excavation permit issuing in the city of Lock Haven back to the code enforcement office. And once adopted, it would take effect in 20 days.
Do I have a motion?
Approval.
And a second. Any questions or comments? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker,
yes,
Councilmember Conklin,
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri,
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
That's true.
Easy for you to say. The feedback that came in for the city's use of its limited opioid settlement funds are really two areas that we've worked with Lock Haven University and the county last year to produce some educational materials. And so the feedback was to really continue to work in that vein with the educational institutions for the use of those funds. So we'll reach out to our partners with Keystone Central and CU Lock Haven and see what we can continue to accomplish together.
Any other unfinished business?
I know.
Okay. New business 6A, consideration of 2024 Community Development Block Grant Compliance Resolution. Hello, Ed.
So I have 3 resolutions, to be adopted to be in compliance with the Community Development Block Grant Program. The first is the Fair Housing Resolution. This is just notarizing or displaying our commitment to fair housing and furthering fair housing in the city of Lock Haven. Also a note on that April is Fair Housing Month. And to celebrate that, we worked with the Clinton County government and Clinton County Housing Authority for our annual fair housing activity. And we did a Ranger Roundup Fair Housing Edition with guests from Clinton County government and Housing Authority. So that will be a special edition and uploaded for your probably tomorrow, instead of at the end of the month. So you get a couple more weeks of Rangers, and I know you're all excited about it. The second one is updating the citizen participation plan. This plan is template from DCED for the program. It displays the basis of what we're required to do for the program, such as busy notices or being available for comment. And then the third is the Section 504 compliance officer. We have to announce this every year or resubmit this every year. Currently, it is myself as the compliance officer, and this is just stating again that I will retain that position.
We want a separate motion for each resolution.
They can be as one.
Can be as one.
I'll make resolution 2024-14, 15, and 16.
I'll second.
Motion on the floor and seconded. Questions or comments on the motion? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander,
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon,
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
Yes.
Councilmember Conklin,
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri,
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson,
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. 6B, authorization to apply for $2 million.
This is a authorization letter or letter of support, written to be included in an application to the COVID-19 ARPA Capital Projects Fund Multi-Purpose Community Facility Program. For application, an amount of $2 million for the Lock Haven Police Building. This is a program through the Pennsylvania Broadband Development Authority. I believe it's first offered this year. So we plan to go in for $2 million. The total project cost, again, estimated at $3 million. If we get a little more, we're looking at going further and including the solar options, as well as any other safety upgrades that Chief Rickard would like to have, maybe wouldn't splurge for on any other day. But with council's approval, we'll move forward with submitting this application on Friday.
Do I have a motion?
I move approval.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander,
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon,
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker,
Yes.
Councilmember Conklin,
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri,
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson,
Yes.
Mayor Long.
No. 6C, consideration of resolution number 2024-17.
May 19th to the 25th this year is EMS week, and every year Seven Mountains EMS asks City Council to proclaim that week as EMS week. So that resolution to make that proclamation has been included for council's consideration.
Do I have a motion?
With our thanks.
Second.
And a second, thank you. Any questions or comments? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
yes,
Councilmember Conklin.
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. 6D, update on the 2024 patching project.
As mentioned earlier, Castanea Township did send the letters to City Council listing some places that they would like to see road work patching done where there were water line excavations. And that also gave some additional information on areas they feel there may be water leaks. I did get confirmation already this evening that tomorrow the water department will be back over there. And we did do a complete line replacement on portions of Mackey and McElhatton Avenue. But the areas that were mentioned tonight were not part of that line replacement. So they're outside of that work that was done last year. So they'll continue to look for that. Overall, we have more than 75 patches that need to be done for stormwater, sewer, and water. That does not include like problem areas of regular potholes in the street, but just those 74. And as part of that overall paving project, we do need to make a replacement for a portion of the sewer main along East Church Street from Race to Grant. And so that'll be starting, actually, it's probably a couple weeks. And when that excavation and installation is done, that square footage will be added to this year's paving project. So with the consent of City Council, we'll have Will Dobson inform and assemble the bid documents for the lead patches that we have, as well as that area. And there is an area up on Quick Street. We will also look with Will Dobson informant and the contractor to see if a portion of asphalt curbing could be put in there to alleviate some issues that are happening up there where two city streets come down at an angle and connect at an intersection.
Thanks. Any questions for Greg on it? Okay. 6E, acceptance of the resignation of police officer H. Brooks.
Unfortunately, Hunter Brooks has taken a position in another municipality. And so just need council to officially accept his resignation, obviously with a heavy heart, but hopefully he has a continued great future in law enforcement. It's not going too far, just neighboring county.
Do I have a motion? Motion floor in a second. Please give Mark thanks. Wish him well. Call for the vote.
Councilmember Alexander.
Yes.
Councilmember Brandon.
Yes.
Councilmember Brinker.
yes,
Councilmember Conklin.
Yes.
Councilmember Missouri.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevenson.
Yes.
Mayor Long.
Yes. Any other new business?
None, Your Honor.
We have the FYI reports. Anybody have anything else to bring before council this evening?
I just wanna say that I had gotten a message from a property owner in Castanea. He's on Mackey Avenue. It was that Mr. Tim that was here. It's his neighbor. He's concerned because it needs to mow his grass, and he said he can't get him over through this. He said it's like a swamp, so.
Anything else?
Just, the mayor and I were at the, Waukegan City Authority, meeting, and, they did approve cooperation as we move forward, looking at a potential joint authority, for one water department serving this region instead of three entities serving this region. So hopefully we move ahead.
Anything else? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I motion.
Or adjourn?